Hello there. We are here again after much time. Our last tutorial was about Bevel after Boolean add-on, another excellent add-on. As you remember, now we have to do another tutorial here with a new add-on that appeared in very recent times. Its name is Grid Modeler. It's a grid add-on indeed, a grid modeling add-on. Its author's name is Kushiro. You can find him in Blender's forum. He's a very nice guy because he's full of ears for before the users, and he takes very seriously all the ideas that come from the users, and this is very important as to the authors of add-ons. It's very important thing. So keep it in mind. You can go to the Blender and find in the Grid Modeler thread there in the Blender forum, and you can enter the discussion there that's going on. Now we can begin our tutorial. We are uploading Cube here, Mesh Cube. In fact, it's very easy to use this add-on, but I wanted to show you because I liked it very much, to be honest. And it's really deserves a good demonstration of its workings. So we have here, we go to the edit mode. Keep in mind that this is an add-on that works only in edit mode. It's an edit mode add-on. Now we are deselecting everything here. We are selecting the face here, and we do push down the W key in our keyboard and finding the grid modeler here. Of course, you have to have installed the add-on, and it is a very easy thing. I'm not going to show you the installation because you can learn it very easily from other videos in YouTube, how to install an add-on, I mean. Anyway, we have here the grid. It's confined on the face of our cube here. Now, we can enlarge this grid. We can make it bigger by pushing down the Alt button and rolling our middle mouse button. You can make it big as you want. I'm leaving here. And there is another aspect to the grid, another characteristic of it, another working of it, so to say. We can push down the Control key and again roll our button for changing its density. We can make it more dense or more thin, as you see. Now, what's the function of making it more dense? It's because of the snapping, as you see. It snaps on those small faces here. If we make them bigger, it will snap here. It will make it smaller, thinner. It will snap there, and you have all the freedom to do very detailed things by having this option in your disposition. Now, let's begin to make our first shape. We are going here and making such a shape. Hop, hop, so to say, hop, and no. Hop and hop. Right mouse button for concluding our shape of making of the shape, and then we are pushing the enter button in our keyboard. Hop, and we make the cut. There's a cut here, and it has a default depth. Now here there's a tab of the workings of this add-on. Without opening it, and we see that this says Boolean cut. We are in the Boolean cut function now. So there's the depth here, depth option. We can increase the depth, as you see, and we can decrease it. We can go to the extreme and we can make a hole, but we can leave it here. We can make a small cut, a small depth. We can give it a small depth. Oh, it comes out. Okay, we can have it here. Now, this is the most elementary function of this add-on. of this tool. We are not doing anything now, and we are selecting again this face by clicking our right mouse button. Again, W, grid modeler, and we are making it a little bit bigger. You can make cuts on the corners here also. Here, so, enter. As you see, no problem. Again, choose the face, W, grid modeler, and here make such a thing. Right mouse button for concluding our shape, and Alt and right mouse click for selecting it. As you see, it's becoming yellow. It's the selection mode. Now we can do many things here. The first thing that I will show you is that how to do the beveling. You go to the B key in your keyboard, push down it, and then you can leave it, of course, pushing down it and leaving it, and then go to and then move your mouse in general, your mouse here. And if you want to make rounded bevelings, you use your middle mouse button here. Left mouse click, right mouse becomes white. The white color on the shapes means that they are ready for making the cut, and we are pushing the enter here, and we have a nicely beveled shape here, as you see. It's very good. Now another function, we are going here again, we are selecting it, W, grid modeler. We want now to make a circle. We push down the C key in our keyboard and making a circle. Now here, look, when you move your mouse, you change the scale of your shape of your circle. But you have another option here too. You can push down the Shift button and use your middle mouse button for making its edges more dense or more thin, to give it lesser face edges or more face. You can make polygonal shapes, for example. Very easy. Okay, I'm leaving it here. Left mouse button, and it's ready. Okay, here we are. Now we can bevel them, those circles, very easily with the normal bevel tool of Blender. Okay, we are making our choosing this. Okay, here we are making a nice beveling, or the outer shape here. Hop, a nice beveling here. No problem. As you see, very nice. Now there's another function here. We are we are going here. We are choosing this here, those space. Also, you can choose. You can say select two faces and make a cut here. W, unhindered cut here. So, okay, enter, and you have it. No problem. Now again, we are selecting this here. W, with modeler, selecting, making a shape here again. Right mouse click, choose it, select it, and we can duplicate it with D key in our keyboard. D again here. Okay. Now we can push down the Alt key and select one of them, and you can move it by clicking the G key here, putting wherever you want it, here for example, and make your cut here. It's so simple. It's so simple. Also, there is another function here. We are selecting again this face here, W grid modeler. We are making here the shape. Hop, hop, hop. Alt B. So enter. And now what we are doing? Look here very carefully. We are clicking the create face, and it creates a face here. What we can do with this face now? Look. We are pushing down the A key for selecting everything in our scene. P key, separate by loose parts. Go here to object mode, as you see. Select this. Get this out. And go again to the edit mode. We can select this. And for example, we can make from this face an extrusion. And then go again to the object mode. And then we can make with the bool tools here. Where are them? Edit. Okay. We can make a union, for example. Okay. As you see. Very nice. And then you can choose again this here. You can go to this face, W, grid modeler. Oh, and you can make here again another face. Hop. Hop. B. Whoop. Okay. As you see, it's a joy. It's a joy to use the tool. You can do so many things. Now, something other, very important. Other than the faces, other than making operations on the faces, you can make operations on the edge and vertexes also, because the app gives you the opportunity to place the grid on the normals of the edges. For example, look, we are going to the edge mode. We are selecting the edge, W, grid modeler, and you can make the cuts from there. For example, look. Okay. As you see, you can make such cuts here. And then you can go here again to the face mode, W, grid modeler, here, and you can make another cut here also. Here. Very nice, as you see. Or you can go to look here to some vertices that are difficult to bevel down because the Blender's native beveling tools do not give the opportunity to make such bevelings in such cases. Here, look, if you use the normal beveling tool of the Blender, you will have problem. Sorry, vertex. Bevel vertices. Yes, it makes it, but it makes. Yes, it makes in another fashion. Now, if we make to make some normal beveling with all its edges to be similar, we can use the grid modeler here. Grid modeler. Make a big shape here. So. And push it. Look, it made it a triangular beveling here. Do you see it? Very nice, very nice. Grid. Well, now that we did see all those functions, we are going to another function here. We are going to the orthogonal view here. Selecting the face, and now we are going to see the guidelines option, the guidelines mode. They are very important. W, grid modeler, make the grid bigger, and push on the keyboard the Y key here, and construction line mode, it says. Now we are with our left mouse button making construction lines. Hop, again, left mouse button, again, and again, as you see. Now, C key for making circles. Here. No. Y, C. Making it denser a little bit. So. No. Sorry. I will make it Y and C. Why it's not making it? I'm not construction line mode. Y construction line mode. No. Y. Something is happening here. Sorry. Y construction line mode. Guide mode. Where's the guide mode? See Kirko. There's a problem here. Anyway, we are clicking here the 0 button on our keyboard, and it leaves the imprint of the shape on our model. As you see, we are selecting this here, this face here, over here. We will see what's happening. Maybe there are some bugs in the add-on. We can report them to the author of the add-on. We are going here, W, grid modeler, Y, construction line mode. Okay, 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 okay. Again. C, construction line mode. Okay, now it's okay. You see, I made a circle and a quadrangular shape here, and again here. Here. Now, what can I do here? Look, I'm coming out of the construction lines too, and now our drawing here becomes snapped on the guidelines of the red guidelines. Sorry, something is happening here. No, no. I'm coming out of C. Okay. Now, a little patience. It needs some patience here. Oh, as you see, it's snapped. It's become snapped on the red guidelines. Oop. 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 Sorry. Control Z. Oh, anyway, I will do it again. There's no other way. I want to show you what's going on here, and I want to be precise. Okay, now here, and we are going here. Anyway, leave it there. Okay, and now as you see, it made such a cut, a complex cut. It needs some patience and it needs some carefulness, but you can do such cuts. It's easy at last. It's not a so big problem. Now, there is something other I want to show you here with the guidelines. Here. We are going W, grid modular. Y, for going to the construction line mode. And making some shape. So good. Then I'm making some shape again here. Here. Okay. And then I can push now the 0 button in my keyboard. And there becomes, those shapes become imprinted. And what we can do with those shapes now, we can extrude them. Select it and extrude it. Here. Very useful, as you see. Very useful. Now, there is another function, the last function that I want to show you. There's another function. We are going here. We are grid modeler. Now, the grid is not attached on a face or on a edge on an edge normal or a vertex normal. It's on the air here. It's on the scene. And we are going to Y, to construction line mode. And we are making such a line here, a cut line. And then we are making and the cut line here. And the cut line here. And a cut line, so to say, here. And a cut line here. Many cut lines. Okay. Now, a right mouse button for coming out of to be ready for making our operation. And we are clicking 0 again. 0. As you see now here, it says line split, knife cut through. It made all over our object, it made some loops here, cut loops. What we can do with those cut loops? Okay, we can go, we can select them, closing this. We can select them and make splits. Going to the mesh with the normal tools of Blender, the inherent tools of Blender, and make split and make face by edge here. Now we can go and select everything in our scene, P, loose by loose parts, and going here to the object mode and selecting all these things here, as you see, and detaching it. Of course, then you can put to those parts some thickness with the solidify modifier here in modifiers, and you can do many things here, other things. Or you can go here and close those face. Oop. No. I think that in some other future versions of the add-on, maybe those chunks can be solid chunks. Maybe Kuchiro could implement such a thing, and it will be very useful. F. As you see, this now it became solid. Maybe Kuchiro finds a way to make the cults solid. So it will be very helpful, as you see. Anyway, there are some other details in the workings of this add-on, but I'm not showing them now to you. I just, for example, there are ways of making rotations on the shapes on the grid. There are such, or copy paste, making copy paste. Those things you can find in the manual somehow that he has in the Gumroad page that sells the add-on. You can learn them very easily. It's not a problem. I want to show you the very basic, the main workings of the add-on. I hope that it's okay now. I showed them. I think that my mission is complete now. So, okay. I hope that you liked this this tutorial, and see you again. Be well, stay well, and be blessed always. See you again. Bye.